Hey, hello. How are you?
Ready to fight.
Fantastic. So why don't you tell us about the? And I can't even pronounce it because I'm waiting with bated breath to find out
Oh
how
yeah,
to pronounce this scenario tonight.
I'm going to butcher all these names. I am sure. Oh, it's been 2 years since we last checked in with Alexander, and he is expanding his franchise. Um, he's building Alexandrias everywhere,
Bil-
and
billions and
some
billions served, I guess.
some of the locals they're not too keen on having Alexandria in their backyard. So let's talk about some people who aren't involved in tonight's battle. Apparently, there is a Sagian warlord named Spitamenes, and he is not at all happy with the Macedonians encroaching into their territory because now Alexander is pushing out past the boundaries of the old Persian Empire and into lands that even the Persians were just like, you know what? It's just not worth it. Basically, we're talking about all the territory, that mountainous territory that is now Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan, and eventually, as Alexander pushes east, Afghanistan. So it's just been a nightmare for the Persians, and they haven't wanted nothing to do with it. But Alexander is Alexander, and if there's a market for it, he's going to build an Alexandria. That's what he's doing until this Spitamenes guy basically gets some of the local tribes riled up to the point where there's an insurrection, a rebellion that Alexander had no idea was coming. Spitamenes winds up taking 3 or 4 forts that Alexander had established, which I'm sure are all named after him in some form or fashion. Basically forcing Alexander to turn around and deal with a rebellion in his rear guard, which to this point he really hasn't had to deal with. So he's all off his game because of all this nonsense. So Alexander returns, he takes some forts rather quickly. These are just local tribesmen. They're not professional soldiers like Alexander and his army. So they pretty much easily retake all these forts, but it's put his plans in all of a disarray. Spitamenes, in the meantime, riles up a tribe of Scythians, which I'm going to presume is how they're pronounced, and gets them to start harassing one of his northernmost Alexandrias, Alexandria Jaxartes, I'm going to assume, on the banks of the Jaxartes River. So when Alexander, and I swear to God, they really are like franchises. Whenever Alexander founds one of these cities, he likes to hold a grand feast with a big celebration and sacrifices to the gods on that. Basically, a grand opening. So Socrates and the Scythians are literally crashing the grand opening of the latest Alexandria, and that's what's happening tonight. He gathers all of his horsemen on the riverbank, and they start jeering and booing during the feast celebration.
We want bigger French fries. No
Exactly.
2-for-1 coupons.
So Alexander at first thought to ignore it. These guys are hurling insults across the river to his men, but it gets to a point where he realizes if he doesn't nip this in the bud, it's just going to go out of control. Now, at this point, Alexander really isn't in the mood for combat. He's just come off of this grueling campaign to recapture all these forts.
While he has remembered the absolute critical fundamental: never get involved in a land war in Asia.
Yes. He's been wounded. He's got a leg wound at this point, but enough's enough. He's got to deal with this. He's got to nip this in the bud. And Alexander being Alexander, he knows, he and the Macedonians know that no one has ever been able to defeat one of these nomadic mounted armies. They're engaged, they fight, but these guys always slip away. Basically, as I said before, the Persians just wash their hands of it. They could never defeat them. So Alexander is faced with 2 issues. A, he's got to get his army across this river. B, he's got to make sure he pins these guys down and gets his message across. Because if he doesn't deal with this, these guys are never going to go away. So Alexander's first plan is he decides he's going to cross the river in mass. He's going to take the entire army and ford the river in one go to give the Scythians too many targets to shoot at. And additionally, he's going to be the first to employ a fairly modern standard tactic now. He's going to use artillery as covering fire. So he uses his siege equipment, his catapults, to start lobbing rocks while his men are crossing the river, devastating the Scythian archer line as his guys establish a beachhead, which at this point has never really been done. So Alexander is the first to use artillery in this fashion. Once he establishes his beachhead, he's afraid that the Scythians are going to melt away. So again, he does something unconventional. He sends an advanced force of spearmen, cavalry, forward, a smaller force. Now the Scythians, they don't understand this because for them and their code of warfare, this is unheard of. You would never willingly sacrifice your men for a tactical gain because of the blood feuds that would result from the families of the men who were sacrificed in this way. So they were a bit put off by this, but they were all too happy to envelop and surround these men and cut them down, or so they thought. Now, of course, Alexander's men are all professional soldiers. They understand what's being asked of them, and they have trust in their commander and their comrades, and they happily march forward. And as soon as the Scythians envelop them, basically, as you see, they're all on horses. So it's almost like one of those biker movies where the bikers are just circling around their target. And while they're doing that, Alexander hits them and pins them between his two forces. And he sends his flanking forces out to ensure that none of the Scythians can escape. And he just grinds them into paste, which had never been done before. None of these nomadic armies had ever been pinned down like that. Of course, again, Alexander really doesn't want to deal with these guys, so in the end, he releases all of his hostages that they captured from the battle, and at that point, the Scythians are like, you know what, Alexander, I respect this guy. We're not gonna protest if he opens any more Alexandrias in our backyard, and they leave their Alexandrias alone from then on. So there we go. The stage is set for the Battle of Jaxartes River, and again, I'll point out that this map is upside down.
Okay, yes. I am the Macedonians on the southern edge, yes, correct?
Yes,
okay.
correct.
And Scythians on the northern side. Yes, the map has been inverted. So here are my two initial thoughts, right from the get-go. One, cool heavy war machines. We'll talk about that as a new unit because this is the first time I think ever I've been in a scenario using them, so I have no idea. And two, looking at the cavalry, the mounted horsemen, there's just no way. I cannot figure a way at all that they have any chance in this whatsoever. You got 9 light cavalry, or 8 and 1 medium, 1 leader. There's just no way. I cannot even fathom how this would ever even be possibly balanced.
So a lot of historians, even though this isn't one of Alexander's more well-known or celebrated battles, a lot of military historians point to this as being one of his most decisive and insightful victories. Again, for his tactics in deploying his catapults, for his mass crossing in one go, for quote-unquote sacrificing a unit to bring the other armies into a trap while really not sacrificing them. Obviously, history says this was a lopsided victory, and we'll see how it plays out.
When you were just sitting there talking about the horsemen and honor and everything, all I could picture was just the House Doros demands that honor is not besmirched. So, if we're likening these two Klingons, and I think we can.
It's a historical precedent. You've got a modern army with modern tactics and modern weapons fighting an antiquated army with antiquated tactics and weapons that no one had ever seen before. on the battlefield.
Sure. Right.
It's a wholesale slaughter. And these guys just weren't ready for Alexander's tactics. And like I said, Alexander, he was tired. He was pissed. They interrupted his feast.
Right.
He was hurt. He just wanted to be done with this.
There is no such thing as equal measure here. He's like, they're pissing me off. Bring out the war machines. I love that.
Yep.
Well, let's take a look at the War Council here and see what this is all about. Jaxartes River, 328 BC. Not only that, but he has an advantage on command cards. So I will be the Macedonians for this first game, and I will have 6 cards.
6 to 4.
That is true. 5 banners is our goal. The river is completely fordable, which we'll go back and look at momentarily, just the fordability rules. And as we've seen in the prior 2 scenarios, whenever Alexander is attached to a unit, he gives +1 die for battling in close combat. And the companion cavalry is always is a special unit, as we've seen previously. They will ignore 1 sword and 1 flag in close combat. So, with him piled together with them already, that's pretty potent stuff. I'm going to open up the. First, we'll look at the terrain information just to review on the river fordability.
All units must stop
right
when they hit the river. While in the river, it's a max 2 dice in close combat, and max 1 dice in range combat when battling out of the river.
Right. For some reason, wet bows do not affect.
No, they don't. They don't wax those strings.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the river will not block line of sight for our new unit, the Heavy War Machine.
Yes, let's look at the Heavy War Machine. I believe that is in expansion 2-1 there on our tabs. So the Heavy...
I'm looking in my book.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I've got it here so everyone can see it on the video. This is a heavy unit, of course. It moves 1, which is adorable. It has got a range of 6, so as you said, it is... it's just pick a target somewhere on the board. If it does not move, it can fire 2 dice 6 hexes away. If it moves, it cannot fire. And it may battle in close combat, which is interesting. I guess the keepers of the war machine could pull out their little short swords and try to fight off attackers.
But they won't hit with cross swords.
They will not hit with cross swords, so they're like a light unit in that regard. And they may evade, however...
well, if you evade, it says remove.
Right. And they cannot momentum advance, and they always retreat 1 hex. So that is a war machine. That is pretty neat. I think I'm ready to get started. Well, then I will open up my card deck here and grab 6 cards. I have my 6 to get started. All right.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Okay, well, I guess we'll just start with an opening cannonade, right? Okay, so
if history is any guide, then yes, that's what you should do.
So we will activate. I have 4 heavy units, so they will all activate, and we have line of sight here, so this guy will attack there.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, away. So here goes 2 dice against the lights, and effective.
That's what they do. So doesn't hurt them, but forces them to scatter, and these guys decide to melt away back into the hills. So yeah, that's gonna take them off the board. So there you go.
Okay, then we will take a second shot here against this other one and see what he does. 2 dice. And nothing. Oh no, it is a green circle.
Yeah. Somebody gets squashed by a rock.
I could never tell if these heavy war machines represented catapults or if they were just ballistas. I guess they
Well,
could be
well,
both.
certainly in this battle they are catapults.
Okay. Then that is all for the move. So I will draw it back up. It is yours.
Going to order 3 units in the center, of which I only have 2 right now. One of them got destroyed. 2, 4. 1. Let's see. So I'll do that.
They literally headed for the hills.
Indeed.
I think I will do 3 units on the right. There we go. Order those 3. And the slingers, jerks that they are, will just throw rocks.
They're just going to sling.
Yeah.
Slinger's going to sling.
Slinger's going to sling. We'll start with them, and they will sling at the light bow cavalry there with 2 dice. That's a big ol' miss. Alexander will go after these light cavalry here, and they may evade.
4 dice versus 3 units hitting on swords with a leader bone. Yeah.
So let's, I'm going to just review on the terrain there, because that is a factor. So units battle out of it with a max of 2 dice, but Alexander's going to give them a 3rd die.
You know what?
Still going to... Oh, they're going to stay! They're staying! They are staying, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, here we go. 3 dice.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Risk it for the biscuit. 3 dice with leader bonus.
Which in English is a cookie.
That's a hit and a retreat.
1, 2.
Okay. Alexander will advance and attack again.
I believe you can do that one forward in the river. Yep, you still move advance after close combat.
What would these guys like to do? Now that he has his full complement of strength. So, once again, 4 dice. Here we go.
That's a good evade is what that is.
Oh, that is a great evade. Man, look at that. Alright, so that is all for on the right flank. There you go. We've successfully forded the river.
I am scattered. I'll order 3 units on the left. Alright, the light bow cavalry, having successfully evaded, shall turn about their horses. They will fire 2 dice at range 3. 1, 2, 3, so they got range. So 2 dice. Here we go. Miss. Would have taken out that catapult, though. Just keep that in mind. The other cavalry will do the same. 2 dice.
Ooh.
There's a hit.
That's a companion hit. Alright. Did you hit Alexander?
Let's see.
Nope.
Well, bum leg, or not. He's good to go. Then, rashly, this light cavalry will charge in from the hills, engage the companions in hand-to-hand combat with 2 dice. Here we go. Ooh, a retreat. Will Alexander take the retreat, or will his...
Nay, say the horses. Nay. We'll give back 4 dice with leader bonus. And their rashness pays.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this game.
That was a good card. I like that card. So I'm going to copy that card.
Okay.
Activate those. You move there. Right. So the slingers fire first. Actually, the heavy war machine will fire first. Those light bow cav. Here's 2 dice. That's a nothing. And then the slingers will throw 1 die.
Is it a nothing? I guess range combat is range combat.
Correct. Yeah, it's the same. And that's nothing burger for there. And I think Alexander will go after these. What would they like to do? Okay. So 4 dice with green circles only. And we get a hit. And that is all.
Maybe 3 units in my center. Those 3 units. Alright. Light Bowman. 2 more arrows into the brave Greek... not the brave companions, I'm sorry. The Greek companions. Wrong battle. Ooh! Man! Where was that roll? So... no hits, but Alexander's feeling the burn. Alright.
Leader versus leader. Here we go.
Yep. So medium cavalry is 3 dice with leader bonus. Ooh, another hit and 2 retreats. So I think we established that Alexander with the companions winds up ignoring 2 retreat
yes, because the companions can skip 1 and he can skip the other. So yeah. Double check that in the...
Yeah, companions may ignore 1 flag.
Okay. Alright. So he takes the hit. And they're getting a little weaker. You want to give us a leader check? Okay.
Blew that roll. Right. Blew those. Yeah.
And now he will battle back with 4 dice. Leader bonus. 1 hit.
I will ignore the retreat.
Okay.
Now I'm done.
Do Clash of Shields.
That's a great card. That would have a fantastic card for me.
We will activate the companions. This is their moment, and they will attack Jaxartes with 6 dice plus leader bonus. If you have a first strike, this is your moment to play it.
It would be, but unfortunately, I do not.
All right, here we go.
I do a double time, which is useless.
All right, with horses
on a mounted army.
Oh man, here we go. 6 dice, leader bonus. Look at that. That's a big old whiff, mostly. Here's the leader check for Jaxartes. Ugh, man, where was that?
Alright, well, 3 dice in retaliation. Oh! Canadians are going down.
Yes, they are. He got greedy. Alright. 6 dice couldn't get it done.
Alright, leader check.
Whew. Alright.
Alright. So Alexander and his lame leg can hobble away.
Yes. Gotta go back for my course of leeches. Alright. Well, that was poor. That was just terrible. Okay. To you, sir.
Wow. Wow. I have to press this attack. see. How far can they move? They can move 4. So take that hill. And these guys will go over there. Just making sure I got some clear line of sight. Alright, so let's start with some arrow fire. See if I can't whittle down that cavalry. So, light bow cavalry from the hilltop, 1 die. Misses.
We are not companions.
Light bow cavalry did not move, 2 dice. A retreat.
They will stand.
Okay. And then finally, medium cavalry, 3 dice with leader bonus. Preparing to roll my dice.
We will. This is a really good question. Yeah, we'll stand.
Okay. A retreat and a leader. So 1 hit.
Okay. Did you hit Alexander?
Did I? Well, let's roll 2 dice and find out.
No,
I did not.
Okay.
But I destroyed another catapult.
So he will get 3 dice because it's 2 out of there, which he gives a bonus.
I kept the 2 regardless, since they're like.
So here's 3 dice plus leader bonus. 1 retreat, which you may ignore. Withdraws behind the hill. That is your king. Alright.
My tribal chieftain, thank you very much. Alright, well, my turn is now done. I'll go ahead and hit the hourglass and draw my card. Now over to you, Patrick.
What shall I do? I believe this is a good time to do 2 units on the right.
That's why I moved that cavalry back.
Right. We'll start with the slingers first. They will not move. We'll just throw some rocks. And,
Always with the rocks.
Always with the rocks. 2 dice. No. And then the heavy war machine, same target, 2 dice. 1 hit. Alright, that is all.
Two units on the left. Those 2. 2. 3. Alright, we'll try it all again. So, 2 shots from the hilltop into the light cavalry, sitting in the river. Nothing. Medium cavalry with leader bonus, attacking Alexander in his light cavalry in the river.
Alexander will stand.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
It rolled twice, so that's the actual roll.
Okay. So we got 1 hit.
Yeah.
Alright. And did you hit Alexander?
2 dice for that.
Did not. Okay. And 3 dice back with leader bonus. 2 hits.
There you go. Oh well. Yeah, well, I was pushing my luck there.
Alright, here is the 1 check for Jaxartes. He's okay.
Elevate back to the hills.
Okay, well, let me see here. I got possibilities. That's actually tougher choices than I thought on this one. I believe we will do inspired right leadership.
Just when I think you're finally going to be on the cards on the right.
Right. Okay, so we will we'll activate the 2. Alexander will go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And the light slingers take a little shot at the light bow across the river. 2 dice.
Jerks.
Jerks. Yes, indeed they are.
Oh,
Just
man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof.
okay. That is all.
Alright. I tire of the left side of this battlefield. Let's sally forth. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if this tactic is not obvious to you, then yes, I have burned through every unit on the left card that I had.
That's right.
Which was considerable, but not quite enough to get the job done.
Right. We'll go
Passing companions.
2 on the left, and then to the river, and the light bows will fire. So they will fire first at your light cavalry there. And 2 dice. Nothing. And then the light cav in the river, 2 dice. Nothing. There you go.
There we go. Order some light troops up to 5. So those 5. Four. Okay. So light bow cavalry has a range of. Alright. Firing across the river. 1 die. Also firing across the river. 2 die. Ooh, there's a hit.
It is a hit. Alright.
And a chilling portent of things to come. 2 dice. No. Alright, over here. Light bow cavalry attacking the light bowmen with 2 dice. Nothing. You know, I almost went after that medium cavalry. Had the range. It's like, no, don't get greedy. Don't go after the power units.
Second guessing yourself.
I know. Okay. And then some hand-to-hand combat. Light cavalry fights light cavalry. 2 dice. Nothing.
Alright. 2 dice back. Slap and tickle. Ooh, we get 1.
Got one.
3 on the left there. Alright, the heavy war machine draws a bead on that light bow cavalry. 2 dice. Wiping them out. And then the light bowmen across the river shoot at these light bow cavalry with 2 dice. Nothing. And then the medium cavalry in the river, capped at 2 dice, will attack your light cavalry there. Here goes. Oh, and you may evade if you wish. Of course.
I'll stick it out.
Okay, here we go. 2 dice. Nothing.
2 dice back. Ooh.
Nice, got a hit.
Nice.
There we go. Alright, that is all.
Three on the right. Those 3. Charging your light cavalry with 2 dice. A retreat.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, wait.
2, 3, and a hit for 4. Would they like to advance into the river?
I think they will. I think they will advance. They'll forego moving, but they will battle again.
Okay.
Attack that medium cavalry. Capped at 2 dice, but that's okay because they're light cavalry. Oh! Wrong roll.
Oh. Let's see if I can get that too. 2 dice back. And we get 1 hit.
This light cavalry will attack your medium cavalry in the river. 2 dice. Nothing.
Okay, 2 dice back. Nothing.
The light bow cavalry will also attack medium cavalry. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, okay. So you did hit. Okay, cool. All right. Hit. All right.
and I'm done.
We'll do a move, fire, move.
Alright, so.
So I can do up to 6.
Man. That would have been an awesome card for the Scythians.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. With the light bow?
Oh.
Sure. All right.
He's an
So
awesome.
into the river. Here. Here. And into the river there. And there. Okay. Alright, so we'll take some shots here. Lots of single point shots.
All you need is one.
All I need is one, that is true. So target that. 1 die. That's a miss. And then the light bows take aim. 1 die. That's a miss. And then the auxilia over here. 1 die across the river. Nothing. And then the light slingers at Jaxartes up on the hill. 1 die. Man. Streak, streak, streak. Alright, now they can move again. There, 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 and there. Actually, I'm not happy with this move, so I'm going to take him back, and he'll just come back over the river. Alright, that is all.
Okay. That was a good card. I think
You should copy that card.
that is just too good when all my guys are light troops and can fire. So I only have 5 units left. After Alexander whooped up on me, I'll get to order all 5 of them to move, fire, and move. So 1, 2. Alright, let's do some firing. So they moved. So 1 die. Nope. Die here. Nope. So this light bow cavalry did not move. So look at the fire. 2 dice. Got your heavies.
Whew! They are on fire. Alright, 2 hits.
And roll for your leader. Close. Close. Press that attack. Roll 1 die against the same unit.
Oof! Craterus, what are you doing, man? You gotta move those horses. Alright.
And 1 die for the leader check. It's houses.
He falls back 1. Actually, he'll fall back this way. Nicely done.
Yeah, that was far more effective than I anticipated. I thought I was going to take all 3 of these units to maybe come close to doing that. So instead, I will turn my attention to your light infantry and roll 1 die.
Get a hit.
Yeah. You don't want your Alexandrias in our backyard. Wow. So that was the firing part of our move, fire, move. Now for the movement part.
Well, we'll do a coordinated attack. And the heavy war machine will fire on Jaxartes there with 2 dice. No. Sadly.
Historically, some people think he was actually killed by catapult fire.
Really?
Yes.
Alright, and then we will come
That's
here.
That's why I didn't say that for your shot.
Oh, good, yeah.
You would have rolled 2 green circles.
Alright, you have an option there for my medium attacking your light.
I will exercise that option. Okay. Cannot afford to lose a unit.
Alright, 3 dice for the possible game. Looking for 1 green circle. Give me a green circle, Vasily. 1 green only. And he gets 2.
Oh well.
That was good. Boy, that went actually longer than I expected. I mean, that was well over 45 minutes.
And you look at this, and you think I'm sunk, but I didn't feel like I actually felt like I was battling back there. If I was able to survive that round, I had set this up. I had that. Oh, did that show up? Yeah, that. And then I just got our old friend. I am Spartacus.
Well, I'm not a superstitious man, but if you had killed Craterus after wiping out that heavy unit with withering arrow fire, I would have bet money that that's where this battle had turned and that you were going to take it, because you were starting to move in mass. You had flexibility. You copied my move, fire, move. Yeah, I definitely think that you were well placed to start making a comeback. Maybe not to win, but at least to bring it closer. My goal was to try to get it 5-1 to, of course, make up some banners. But wow, just taking out that heavy unit, it's just like, oh, I got hit once, and then boom, boom, I got hit again. Oh, that's not good. I got 1 left, and then boom, that was the kill shot. Man, just
yeah, I did not. I expected I was going to have to dump all 3 of those units into that heavy and possibly get 2 hits and will you down to 1. So getting 3 hits and taking it out was a bonus.
That was very nicely done. I don't imagine I'm going to do much better than that, but we'll see what cards I get. If I get a Spartacus, you never know. So all right, we'll take a break. We'll set it up and we'll do it again.
Okay.
All right, we are back for round number 2. Can I do as well? Or I have a feeling that, I mean, these horses just confound me. And I mean, if I had received that opening shot, with the 2 retreats like you did, I would have been like, the hell with this, I'm out. But you're a better horseman than I.
I will share with you an observation I had in the last battle that didn't really strike me until the end. That might have changed how I fought. Fording the river, you're capped at 2 dice, but for light cavalry, that doesn't matter because you're only rolling 2 dice. So
that is
take
true.
that observation as you will.
But there was something about what you did early on after that opening volley where you withdrew to the hills and said, "Come get some." Come take it. And I'm wondering if that is a viable strategy. One, it gets you out of the range of the heavy war machines, but it's gonna protract the game.
It really wasn't. I wasn't. I was still 6 hexes away.
Right, but
because of the way they're positioned, 1 machine still could have hit me.
Right, but if you go behind the hills, then they can't get you. So that is a possibility. We'll see. We'll see what I do. Well, whenever you are ready.
That was not familiar to you.
That does look familiar, although...
Now I'm cooking with gag.
Alright. I will activate 3 on the left. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. This is the first time that we've ever played this game, or really any interaction I've ever had online, that I wish I had a camera, because I'm sure my face, when I drew this card, was priceless.
That's gotta be... Oh, man. Oh, boy, I wish I had that card.
Okay. So, the units that are ranged, technically.
Oh, no. Oh, man, war machines. Oh, I've wasted my life.
Are all of those. Alright. So, let's see.
See, now I'm glad. I'm glad I pulled that left side back just to save. They will be the ones to survive.
So we'll start here. So this light cavalry, since you pulled back, has no target. Light slingers, attacking the light cavalry. 2 dice. Range 3. A hit.
Alright. That's 1.
And the second attack.
That's
and
2.
Another hit. We will attack with these light infantry who did not move. So they have range 2. So they'll fire twice at that same unit. 2 dice.
No.
A retreat. Bury them. For their second attack, that light cavalry. 2 dice. Light bow will also attack that cavalry with 2 dice.
No.
Second hit. And their second volley. Another unit saving retreat.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
Catapult. 2 dice.
Okay.
A retreat, if you wish to take it.
I do.
So that's it. That is it. Well,
That was good. That was really good.
yeah, didn't kill anything.
That's alright.
Certainly drove you from the field.
Mm-hmm.
And if your strategy was going to be come get some, I think it actually helped you more than it hindered you.
That's right. Okay. We'll do a rally.
Oh, how timed.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so 5 dice for me. Let's see what I get. I need I need greens or a leader symbol, right? Okay. Whew.
Ah.
Alright,
Okay.
so we'll distribute them equally. We'll go so rally 1 on that side, rally 1 on that side, and rally 1 on that side. Okay. And they are ordered now, if they wish. I think they're good where they are. So, yep. Okay.
Those 3 units.
I am Spartacus. Let's see, with 5 dice, what I am going to get.
Go go all in.
So once again, unit symbol or leader symbol, what I'm looking for. We get a leader and a medium. Okay.
So 2 potential units. I think you might have played that too soon, Patrick.
I think I did too, because I was hoping to get a few more than what I got. But, you know, that is unfortunate. Do this one and this one. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
That was the best you could have done.
Yeah. All right. We'll get an extra die for our troubles. And I think we'll go after... Yeah, might as well go after the companions themselves. Yeah. Okay. So... do that. Swords do not count, but leaders do. So here are 3 dice plus leader. That is 2 hits.
The Greek companions are taking a beating in this battle.
And here is Alexander's check. He's okay.
Alright, battling back with 2 dice, plus 1 for Alexander for a total of 3 dice. A retreat.
Okay, that is all.
Light cavalry attacking downhill, which... Ooh.
2 dice downhill for mounted.
Mounted units. Battling downhill, maximum 2 dice, which is fine because they are light cavalry. Anyway, 2 dice with leader bonus. Nothing but a miss.
And I'm battling uphill, so I think that will cap me at 2. Right? Yep. 2 plus leader bonus. Nothing.
Alexander and the brave Greek companions. Sorry. That's 3 hits.
That is 3 hits.
So let's roll for your leader.
Ooh, that's terrible.
Doesn't even have to face the jeopardy of evading through the enemy.
I know, right?
Alright. Oh. Advancing. Moving 1. And battling again.
Okay, they'll evade.
Okay. 4 dice. And there's a green circle.
Okay.
And 2 hits. Meaning that was a good evade.
Do 4 on the left.
Could a daring attack mark the end of the Greek companions? Uh-oh. As the Scythian cavalry begins to envelop and swirl around Alexander.
Okay.
Come at me.
Alright, here we go. Attacking there first. 2 dice.
I will ignore them both.
Damn it.
Retaliating with 4 dice.
That's a wipeout.
You can't ignore it.
This is, that's gonna make up for the last one, I think. Alright, do this one. 2 dice. Nothing. 2 hits. Alright. This one. 2 dice. Nothing. Yeah, this is poorly executed, Patrick. There's a hit. And yeah, I told you I'd be terrible with these horses. Alright. And 2 dice on this one. Come on. Give me a triangle. 8 chances. No triangles. And that is a wipeout. Okay. Take it. It is yours. There you go.
6 dice. There's nowhere for you to evade.
1 hit. There you go. Congratulations. That was a nice shutout on that one. So, yeah, final score on that was... so clearly, as I figured, is a runaway. That's 10 total banners for the Macedonians on this one. 2 for the Scythians. It was 5-2 and 5-0 on this one. So
I tell you, the hand I had, I had that class of shield cards. I have a double time. I have a move fire move card, and now I have an ordered mounted card. But before we reshuffled, and I drew the card erroneously, I had a mounted charge.
oh wow, yeah, man,
So just
punishing.
just an amazing hand.
Yeah. I thought I was being all kind of slick there with the rally, and then
Oh, that was great.
well,
that was great.
yeah, but once I surrendered the river and Alexander came over, just like I did last game. Once he gets over the river, he's just running the field.
But I mean, and you just got unlucky. I mean, by all rights, with all that stuff surrounding me, you should have.
But I should
been able to get one blue triangle.
right.
Yeah.
With eight chances on a blue triangle, you would think I'd get one.
Yeah, you did that, and I was like, I blew it. You know, I mean, I wasn't that broken up about it because at that point, I already had a 4-banner lead.
Right, but Alexander would have potentially had to evade through another 2. So, yep. But that's a fun little scenario. It's a head scratcher because it's definitely a puzzle for the Scythians. So you certainly did. I think you maximized the effort on that than what I was able to do. I'm just with fluid forces like that. I am kind of hopeless. just give me the heavy cavalry or the heavy infantry. Take a piece of steel and stick it in somebody's gut.
In thinking about it, like, I mean, if the Scythian player attacks Alexander across the river, is it worth it? But because they are spread so evenly across the map, you don't have a weight to bring. Alexander's tactic is sometimes called the hammer and the anvil.
Sure.
Going all the way back to Epaminondas, where you've got that one big heavy thing that just comes crashing down, and then you bring the other stuff sweeping in to crash against it.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of what he does here too, historically. The Scythians just aren't set up to really bring any big weight to bear on any side. So I'm not sure if attacking is prudent or not. Yeah.
Well, I agree with that. If they get that one chance with a dark in the sky. And they have
Scythians get that card.
Right.
That would have been amazing.
Right. And they could just pluck things with abandon. But but unless
the one thing I thought about doing in my battle with the Scythians was taking some pot shots at the catapults themselves. I certainly had some times where I could have done that, but it was either the catapults, but I went after Craterus
Right,
instead.
right. If you are willing to maximize the potential of the actual light bow cavalry with the 3 hex to just sit there and pepper. If you're patient, I bet you could probably, but again, that is totally dependent on you having section cards that let you continue to draw that out until Alexander says, "Enough of this noise. I want my feast uninterrupted. Here I come." But he managed to save the franchise yet again, and I'm sure he will expand eastward and southward.
Indeed.
Indeed. So,
On every corner.
right. Uh, every place is Alexandria. Well, cool. Well, great job tonight.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, hey, if you guys are enjoying this, by the way, if we've provided you a small modicum of entertainment this evening with our continued series through this first expansion of Commands and Colors Ancients, why not? I mean, why wouldn't you go ahead and hit the subscribe button? And that way you'll be informed whenever I post these, which is more or less every week. And but most of all, we really value your feedback. And if you're enjoying it, go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know what you enjoyed about it. If I did something really stupid, you go, "Patrick, you did something really stupid here at this time marker," because we love to hear the feedback on rules corrections or even strategy stuff. I mean, I certainly proved that I was hopeless on the horsemen tonight. So if you can think of a better way to do that, we would love to hear your strategy tips for that.
Or pronunciation.
Or pronunciation. Yes, absolutely. What are these Macedonians doing up here, man? All right. Well, I think we've belabored that enough. You have a great weekend, and we will see you guys here next week. Have a good one.
Good night.
Night.